Actually, I think I'm gonna have to start using my sword. Need to conserve a few of these arrows for the last one. Why don't you go die? Stupid bouncing cretin. If you're doing your job right, you should just be able to kill them all without having to resort to the sword. There we go. The last one gets angry, just run away and shoot it when it lands if you get a good shot. Rinse, repeat, profit. Congratulations, we got the green thing. You won the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sasha. 2 pendants remain. And we get a free trip back home. Well, we could still use some arrows here, so let's just kill these guys. And this guy's a jerk, so we're just gonna stab him and run away. Make sure to go back and talk to Sarashashala. Mufasa! Alright, I'm sorry, friends, I'm done. Anyway, make sure to go back and talk to him, otherwise you will miss out on your reward, as well as the tip-off for the next dungeon. You know, there's something that feels good about fighting. Oh, what? You got the Pendant of Courage 3 or 4 generations ago. An order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the great war against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Link, I believe you. I don't think that's proper grammar. You should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Go get it. Yeah, apparently the wise men just keep boots around that let you launch yourself at super speed into walls. It's more useful than you'd think, but then again, we already know what it does because we played the other games. Actually, 4 Swords is, I think, the only game that actually introduces the same iteration of the Pegasus boots. The other games just use, like, Pegasus seeds, and in fact, the 3D iterations never used Pegasus boots at all. At least not to my knowledge. Okay, he said a cave to the east of Lake Hylia? Let's see here. Oops. Pretty sure that's Lake Hylia. And that's the cave to the east. Well, I suppose we could go get it. Pretty sure that's just something we don't even need right now, but whatever. Alright, the next castle we want to go to is in the desert. Oh, we could probably do one of these. Nothing? Interesting. Usually there's something in the trees that are off all on their own. Find Saharashala. Get away from me. Don't judge me, bro, on my aim. Mr. Guard. That's not the cave. Screw it. We'll go look up that cave later. I usually don't get it until later in the game anyway. Can't even lift these up. So where would we like to head now? Let's go straight into the second dungeon. I see no reason to beat around the bush. This game actually lets you proceed in a fairly quick fashion, without requiring you to do gobs of boring story. I'm looking at you, Twilight Princess. Story that no one cares about. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Midna is awesome. Okay, I'm not trying to deny that. What I am trying to say is no one wants to be a wolf for 5 hours between the dungeons. There, I've said it. I'm done. Stop ragging on Twilight Princess. And the mini games in that game sucked. And that's all I'll say about Twilight Princess. And the characters were ridiculous. All right, this is gonna go on for a while, isn't it? All right. Well, the Pegasus Boots is actually a very nice touch because it makes transporting yourself from one location of the map to the other quite less of a pain. I just realized I went the wrong way. Well, maybe not necessarily the wrong way, but we need to go over here first. And ow! Piece of garbage, get away from me. Eat arrows! Yeah, we need to do one of these and backtrack to Kakariko Village. You know, the place the Impa is from. Not that Impa's in this game. She's not. Or maybe there's a random NPC called Impa. I don't think there is, though. What are we gonna do with 500 gold? Stop running into walls, Link. Alright, we need to come up here. I don't even know how you're supposed to figure this out the first time. Just hit that book off, like, oh, okay, like I was supposed to know that I'm supposed to come to this random book, or random library and get a book. The book of something lets you translate languages. Apparently Link is now taking on the mantle of xenolinguistics. Aha! I'll be taking that. Get back here. Get back here, pansy. Yeah, I don't know about you, friends, but the dungeons are my favorite part of this game. Time spent in between the dungeons is dead to me. Unless I'm getting treasure, such as what I'm trying to do now. Get over here. You little... Alright, so apparently when you dash at him, the game makes you stop. So we'll try doing one of these, where we just kind of walk at him. Yeah, here we go. Get back here. Gotcha. Can't believe you caught me. With your speed, it must have been easy to kidnap Zelda. You don't look like such a bad guy, though. Anyway, because you have such quick feet, it might be a good thing to run and dash into many things. For example, the trees in this village. Many useful things hanging in their branches. What? I thought you gave me a heart piece, you communist. Pshaw. Get out of here, guard. No one cares about you. Oh, we can't even go that way. Fine. Just leave. Dash into trees. Like I needed that advice. I don't think we want to go that way. Alright, fine. We'll dash into this tree. Ta-da! Nothing. Jerks. To the desert, my friends, for fame and glory. Don't worry, we'll be going back to the desert twice in this game. I know you were so eager to see it the first time. Actually, it's not a desert the second time. It's kind of like the opposite of a desert. It's a swamp. For those very few of you who don't know, don't worry, you'll see what I'm talking about later. Haha! I will mow your grass, and you will like it. Okay, I don't know about you, but those birds look like they're wearing sunglasses. Well, that was another thing introduced in this game that's pretty much in every other two-dimensional Zelda game. Birds! That rest on random places and fly at you annoyingly. Anything in here? No, I don't want you. We need no health potions or fairies. None whatsoever. Well, it's nice knowing you, friends. Fine, don't give me heart pieces. I don't need them. Go away, creepy sand monster. So, you have to have the book in order to translate these ruins. To open the way forward, make your wish here and it will be granted. That's all you have to do. Just make a wish Doors open. Fortunately, as you'll see, they lock you behind. Yeah, there's no way out now. Okay, give me a moment. I gotta, like... Ah! My throat. It's what I get for being a child who was taught to say I talk too much. As one of the first sentences I knew. Back off, plant creatures! Also something that appears in the later games. But then again, I'm not sure. These ones actually might have been in one of the two. Yes, these ones were in the very first Zelda game. So I can't be like, get off my lawn with these monsters, because actually the people playing Zelda Link's Adventures 1 would be the ones to say, get off my lawn. That eyeball thing hurt. Careful of the eyeball monsters. They shoot laser beams. Just stay away from them. Sandworm monster. Draws you in, tries to shoot lasers at you. What's it with this game and lasers? Come back here and take what's coming to you. As we all know, the multicolored ones are more powerful. Ta-da! You got the map that we won't be using. Does anything happen when you light? I really don't think anything happens when you light those, no. Now we need to get a key, and the key, I believe... Hey, stop that. Ah, what a pain. Key, I believe, is over here. Interestingly enough, even though this is only the second dungeon, they throw a twist at you by making this dungeon a two-part-ish dungeon. You'll see what I mean later. It's not really a two-part dungeon, it's just confusing because I didn't understand that you had to leave the dungeon and come back in. You know, my little, like, when I finally graduated from being, like, 2 and started playing this game seriously at 5, 6... Oh, that's not the right way, is it? Key must have been in the other direction. But, you know, I actually started playing the game. Oh, the key's right here. Back off! I want that key. And I didn't understand, though. I was, like, running around this dungeon for hours trying to figure out where to go. Twist! Come on, come on. Resurface, resurface. We don't want to be here. This was the wrong room. Yeah, there's nothing in that room. There is a door somewhere that... Here it is. Requires a key. These first couple dungeons actually are very small. And, you know, I guess, honestly, the Zelda Ocarina of Time, the dungeons are pretty small in the beginning. Although I swear, like, every time I do Dodongo's Cavern, it feels like it's bigger every time. Master Key, that was pretty quick. Although they're not called the Master Keys in this one, they're called Big Keys. You got the Big Key. Heaven knows why it doesn't fit all the other doors in the other dungeons, because it looks exactly like the other Big Keys we've been getting. Alright, so now that we got the Master Key, I'm calling it the Master Key. We can grab the dungeon's item. Don't tase me, bro! Twist! The item in this dungeon are gloves. Nope, sorry, you don't actually get a cool little thingy mabobber to use. Any hearts in here? There we go. But yeah, at this point, you just want to leave the dungeon. You just actually want to leave. Although I will admit, you do take a different path to leave than you typically would. I could have sworn it was that one. Maybe it's this one over here. There we go. Is there anything even up here? Fairies. Fairly sure we will be using them sometime in the game. You caught a fairy. Keep it cheaply in a bottle so that you'll never die? Yes, I would like to. In all fairness, I don't think anybody knew their first time through this game that you could keep fairies in bottles. It's not like the guy who gives you the net tells you you can do it. And the net is called the bug catcher's net, so you just kind of assume that you're just supposed to use it to catch bugs. Yeah, so you come out here and go up here. And this is actually part of the same dungeon. Surprise. Hope you figured that one out on the memo. Alright, so we could sit here and let the floor throw itself at us. I'm good though. We'll just grab a key and move on. How many years has it been? I remember it was... My wife had a copy of this game, but she wasn't my wife then. She had a copy of this game on her Game Boy Advance and was stuck on one of the dungeons. She was stuck on Ganon's dungeon, actually. Because there's this one room where you just have to push this one random block. I knew that was what she was stuck on. Even before she told me, I was like, have you pushed this block in this room? And she's like, what? What are you talking about? And I picked it up and just walked her to the room that she needed to be in and pushed the block. And I was like, surprise! Apparently she'd been stuck on that game for years and she still never finished. In fact, her save file's probably still sitting in the cartridge in some random place wherever we keep it. But yeah, and then I decided to borrow it from her and beat the entire game again, but that was like 4 years ago? 5 years ago? Probably when I was like 18. Alrighty, boss number 2. You ever play Centipede? Well, now you are the mushrooms. Typical Centipede boss. The thing to watch out for, honestly, are the rocks, and that might not be apparent at first. The rocks explode in a northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast kind of pattern. It's also a little bit hard to assess their hit detection, since they can seemingly kind of hit you, or maybe you think they shouldn't be able to, if physics worked. I'm doing a terrible job here. I'm actually kind of happy I have this fairy. Can you even use this against them? I don't think this is working. Alright, focus time. I guess the arrows would work, but you just have to hit them in the head. A little bit of silence here as I'm focusing. Forgive me on that, friends. Just try not to die here. Not like this boss is particularly difficult, but it does require a little bit of concentration. Just because you have to kind of, you know, make sure you know where they're popping up, where the rocks are going to fly, where you need to dodge, where not to get hit, and where to hit them, because you have to hit them in the head, and all sorts of nonsense like that. Alright, we got one. That'll make our job a little bit easier. Got another one. This is going to make our job a little bit harder. See, when there's only one, he shoots more rocks out. That's why I typically try and kill him with bombs, but... Mission accomplished! Pendant number 2 acquired. I'm actually pretty proud with that boss fight. I was afraid I was going to have to use a fairy. You won the Pendant of Power. Your goal of finding 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the last one. Stop spinning your Kokiri sword around like it means something, Link. Actually, it isn't even the Kokiri sword in this one. It's just... In fact, what is it? It's your grandpa's sword? Oh, look, another fairy. Convenience at its finest. Get back here, fairy. Would you like to keep it in a bottle? No, I'd like to... set it free and have equal rights for fairies. Of course I'm going to put it in the bottle. So a little side dungeon over here. Not even a dungeon, just a little side cave. He's probably one of the descendants of the wise men, but no one really cares. Eat it, old man. More money, of course, but we aren't ever going to use it. Oh, look, I look retarded now. It's not money, it's a heart piece. Kind of running low on bombs. Might not be a bad idea to take a look at where we can get some. Oh, I know where we're running low. We just use them on boss fights. Well, Herd Eater. Third castle is in the far north and requires a little bit of getting to. But we'll do our best. Now that we can pick these up... Get away, you stupid bird. Now that we can pick up these, we can do all sorts of crazy stuff like this. Hello, strange, unhappy man. What do you even do? You have a lot of money. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live. Why is everyone telling us to check out the cave in East Hylia? Why do you look so angry? Why do you live in a cave under a rock? Just seems so random. Pay no attention to the average middle-aged man standing by the sign. Leave him alone. Yeah, there's something you do with him. I think you pick up his sign and he'll follow you. Upon which you take him to somebody. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm sitting here debating whether I should even do it or not. I guess we'll go over and do this kind of goofy thing with this little hopping guy. If you manage to cut the grass under where he's jumping, he'll do that. And, eventually he'll poof. Okay, maybe you have to make him poof. No? Alright, take it, thief! Yeah, he just hops around and then drops something. Fine, we'll go check out Lake Hylia. Little spider will drop money if you take his bush or his rock. Ah! Forgot about you. What are those things even called? They aren't chew jellies, are they? Ah! Little spawn. They're all over this wand in Lake... oh, I gave it away. They're all over this treasure in Lake Hylia. Like, you should go find it. You should go find it. Probably because it's required for the 8th dungeon in the Dark World, but... Hey, it's you again. You can earn a lot of rupees by defeating enemies. It's the secret of my success. Some secret. In actuality, you can earn a lot of money in this game by just stealing it from everyone else. Oh, we needed to blow up the wall. Alright, moving this way. I think that wall actually in that dungeon is unbreakable. Despite it having little grooves on it, like, tempting you to break it. Oh, that's right, it is breakable, but you just go in there and you're like, hey, I can't get the treasure. You found the ice wand! Fun for the whole family, friends. Freeze your enemies and turn your siblings into popsicles. Ice wand is kind of nifty. I don't know why they're so excited about it, but yep, there you are, icicles. It does a bit of damage and freezes the enemy in place, obviously. It's not really useful until you get the hammer. So then you can hammer them while they're frozen and they shatter, and it's fun, and they're guaranteed to drop magic. Whatever. We don't have the flippers yet. We should go get the flippers, actually. Don't remember when you're required to have them, but it couldn't hurt to have them. Let me think. Where is the Zora domain? Can't remember. Oh, another cave. There must not be anything important in here, otherwise I'd have remembered it. Ow. Hi, how's it going? Have fun dying. Hi. Do you have money for me? Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us. So go, what? What? Take some rupees, but yeah, no kidding. Jeez. Oh, more bombs. I'll take those. Well, there you are, friends. We're pretty much already at 999. Giant wallet be damned. Wallets? What are wallets? Now, all the money we find in this game will be useless. Well, no more useless than it already was. For once, I'd love to play a Zelda game where you actually use your money. Well, I take that back. I think in Link's Awakening, you use your money fairly consistently. Oh, there's also money in there, if I remember correctly. But in Link's Awakening, you actually had to buy things from the store. Alright, where's Lake Hylia? Oh, I think I remember where it is now. Or not Lake Hylia, Lake Zora. You had to buy the shovel, which was, what, 200 rupees? And you had to buy the bow and arrow, which was like 900? Or am I getting that backwards? Regardless, you had to spend money. I mean, you could just steal it from the shopkeeper if you didn't feel like grinding the rupees, but... at the same time, if you wanted to not be evil. Oh, and everyone will call you thief in the game. Let's see. I think if we go in here, talk to her, she'll go ahead and heal us, give us a free taste of the red medicine. So Link can't swim until he gets the Zora flippers. He just kind of lands on the water and blinks and then pops back up on shore. He can walk in shallow water. But yeah, this is where we need to go. So now you gotta do a little maze with Zora just everywhere, shooting stuff at you, making your life miserable. Ow. There's a lot of that. There's also some of this. And a little bit of that. It's kind of amusing, to be honest. And maybe if you're lucky, some of this. Killing people with their own brethren. I don't think this is the right way. Nope. There's also someone dodging about 5 million fish fireballs everywhere. Poor Zoras. Well, we're doomed. Doomed to an eternal fish nightmare. Wahaha. What do you want, little man? Do you have something to ask me? I want the flippers. Ah, but I just don't give the flippers for free. I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. Alright, so maybe I forgot about that one. You do actually have to buy the Zora flippers. So maybe our one wasn't completely useless. He also lets you know that you can use the whirlpools to fast travel from one location to another, but they're much too complicated and I never bothered to learn them, so being able to use the whirlpools won't be of much use to us. At any rate, let us continue on to dungeon number 3. The mighty tower upon the mountainside. And he smote his ruin upon the mountainside. Alright, we'll take this whirlpool. I said we're gonna take that whirlpool. Where are we now? Oh my. Actually, if memory serves correctly. No, never mind, that's later. Link can't dive in this one. That wasn't added until the Link's Awakening game. However, he can swim faster by mashing on the A button. Can't remember, what do we want here? I know where we need to go, but I'm trying to remember if there's anything special we need to do in order to get there. Oh, hi, how's it going? Good thing the castle is just completely open. Like, if you wanted to, you could just walk right in there. Let's get a level 2 shield. Why not, right? What else are we spending our money on? Is this not the place where you get the... Could've sworn it was. No, it just looks very similar. Alright, let's... Ah, that's definitely where you get the level 2. Oh, never mind. It's in the other world where you get the level 2 shield there. My mistake. Alright, we'll do one of these. Grab another 4th of victory. We did actually manage to nab a whole heart, didn't we? So we're a whole heart ahead of where we should be. Go away, birds! Go away! And you, spider, start dropping your money. Going straight up here will pretty much put us right into the path of going into the dungeon. Jumping off there, however, is a one-way ticket. Enjoy your stay on Death Mountain, fool. I don't know who you are, but if you're going to go up to the top of the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp, so... That's right, it is, I suppose, implying that we are using our lamp. Oh, watch your step, there are holes in the ground. Could you turn right? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. But he said go right. What a liar. That's right, we can't run. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle, and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he is trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. Yeah, we got that already from the exposition on the opening, as well as all the plot lines dropped by Zelda and everybody else in the game. Thank you, old man, you're late. Get away, boulders. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I wait for that day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. He gave you the magic mirror. The mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. It's gonna blow your mind. Alright, does the old man heal you? I really hope he does. Old man, heal me, please. He tells you about a moon pearl and something else, I don't know. Ignore him. Whatever he says is lies. Lies, I tell you. There is no moon pearl. None whatsoever. Okay, so... now that we have the mirror, we have the ability to enter into the dungeon. That is up here. I don't even know what those are supposed to be. They're supposed to be crystals? I always thought they looked like bubbles to me. Well, anyway, hey, what? Transporter? Where are we now? Well, mainly because this music is awesome, I'm going to spend a little more time around here than I should. If you haven't noticed, we're a bunny. We're pink. What do you want? Do you have something to say to me, silly rabbit? I came here to get the power of gold, but now I'm a freak and I can't get back to the real world. If only I had the moon pearl from the Tower of Hera, I could go back to my original shape. I've got a good reason to be stressed out, so back off. Shoo, shoo. Oh, who are you, Mr. Bunny? This world is like the real world, but evil has twisted it. The golden power is what changed your shape to reflect what is in your heart and mind. I am always changing my mind, so I turned into a ball. But if you have a ball called the Moon Pearl, you can keep your original form. So you're trying to say that Link is a rabbit inside? Kind of odd. Maybe it's supposed to mean that Link is actually pacifistic. You know, I wish they'd done more on this. Like, in fact, I wish they had based an entire Zelda game on the idea of that going to the Dark World